So, welcome to today's edition of the CBT question and answer video presentation for Civil Service Promotion compro exams and recruitment exams. Today, we're going to look at 50 questions from the general questions. This general question includes questions you're going to see as current affairs and other interesting questions that will come generally from apart from the one that has to do with your profession and other civil service handbook. This is the third series. If you haven't watched the first and the second series of our general question, then you're missing out. Check the list, the playlist of our videos in order to get the general, the first and the second series. This series, we're going to look at series of questions, general questions you might most likely be asked in your exams. Remember, these exams is no longer going to be who is the president of Nigeria as a current affair question and they'll tell you A, B. Rather, they expect you to have read a lot, listened to news, join webinar that are being organized by the head of service, join programs that are being organized by the Federal Civil Service Commission so as to know, get updated with present happenings in these agencies as a civil servant. So you're going to see questions that are going to border on things that are happening recently in the federal civil service. So without wasting much time, let's look at 50 questions that are general questions most likely you will see. The first of the questions we're going to look at today is which of these is not a pillar of the reform agenda described by Federal Civil Service Commission at a 3-day strategic development retreat organized for commissioners and staff of the commission? Is it A, shift from patronage-driven structure, B, performance-based promotion, D, digital of all civil service function, D, linking annual promotion to political party loyalty? The right option is option D, and option D says linking annual promotion to political party loyalty. This is not a pillar of the reform agenda that was presented by Federal Civil Service Commission on that 3-day strategic development retreat. So D is the answer. Now let's look at question number 2. What does the protocol on the use of federal government secretariat launched by Head of Service of the Federation seek to manage? A, use of vehicles, B, use of government secretariat facility and conduct therein, C, use of social media by civil servants, and D, use of travel allowances. The right option is option B, which is what? The use of government secretariat facilities and conduct therein. If you remember, it is among the 4 transformative policies and guidelines that was launched by the head of civil service of the Federation, which is aimed at repositioning the civil service. And this pillar policy pertains to protocol on the use of the federal government secretariat. So the right option is option B. Question number 3. The computer-based test for promotion exams is to ensure what qualities in Federal Civil Service Commission's operations? A, speed only, B, transparency and accountability, B, reduction in workforce, C, exclusion of seniority. The right option, if you take the elimination method, speed only is gone, exclusion of seniority is gone, reduction in workforce is gone. The suspected answer is option B, which is transparency and accountability. So the right option is option B. Federal Civil Service Commission Strategic Plan emphasizes technology deployment to ensure transparency and accountability. Question number 4. The Ministry of Livestock Development alignment with civil service reform was underscored during which event? A, budget presentation, B. International Civil Service Conference, C. State of the Nation Address, D. End of the Year Award Gala. The right option is option B. The alignment was reaffirmed during the opening of the Median International Civil Service Conference, which happened in Abuja. Correct option is option B. Question number 5. As we look at this question number 5, if you want to get an update or notification of our video presentations once they are uploaded, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that once we upload any of our video, we might not be opportune to send them to you directly. You will get notified because you have turned on the notification bell and then you've clicked subscribe. So if you haven't done that, pause this video a little and click the subscribe button and then turn on the notification bell. Question number 5 says, what is one of the expected benefits of going paperless for the Federal Civil Service? 1. Increasing number of offices. B. Enhancing efficiency and transparency. C. Eliminating all MDAs. And D. Reducing salaries. The right option is option B. Digitalization is intended to improve transparency, speed, reduce paperless delay. And the right option is B, which is enhance efficiency and transparency. Question number 6. Which reform speaks directly to ethical behavior and corruption prevention in civil service promotions and appointments? A. Mentoring only. B. Protocol on use of secretariat. C. Anti-corruption clearance, code of conduct, DSS, ICPC/EFCC involvement. And D. Rewards only. The right option is option C. The appointment process involves clearance from ICPC, EFCC, DSS, asset declaration, ETC. Remember, the question says which reforms speak directly to ethical behavior and corruption prevention in civil service promotions and appointments, and that is C. Question number 7. The strategic plan Federal Civil Service Commission unveiled is after how many years of its establishment? A. 50 years, B. 60 years, C. 75 years, and D. 100 years. Take note of questions like this. You might most possibly see them in your exams. Question number 7, the right option is answer option C. It was the first strategic plan in 75 years of the Federal Civil Service Commission's existence. So the right option is C. And this is the first time they are bringing a strategic plan which will spring from 2026 to 2030. Take note of that. Question number 8. Which reform emphasizing rewarding civil servants with outstanding performance? A. Consequence management only. B. Rewards and recognition policy. C. Seniority-based promotion. And D. Random selection for award. The right option is option B. The reward and recognition policy is one of the 4 policies meant to acknowledge performance, outstanding performance. So the right option is option B. Question number 9. What method will Federal Civil Service Commission use for promotion exams starting in 2025? This is well known. And is it oral plus essay only, written-based paper exam, computer-based tests, and promotion by seniority only? The right option is option C. From 2025 promotion exercise, the Federal Civil Service have said they will adopt CBT for promotion exams, and that's the main reason why we are doing all these video presentation in order to assist you know questions that you might most likely see, since this is the first of all CBT examination by the Federal Civil Service Commission. Question number 10. The FG's plan to go fully paperless includes support from which office or person? A. Only the President. B. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation. C. Ministry of Digital Economy. And D. Senate Committee on Civil Servants. The right option is option B. The initiative is driven by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. DDS Tawasin Jack. The right option B. Question number 11. At the 2025 International Civil Service Conference, what symbolic description did President Tinubu give civil servants? A. Backbone of governance. B. Quiet architects of stability, innovation, and public trust. C. Nation builders. And D. Unseen workers of tomorrow. The right option is option B. He called civil servants quiet architect of stability, innovation, and public trust. Question number 12. Which federal government body is developing modalities for the gratuity scheme for civil servants? A. Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. B. National Pension Commission (PENCOM). C. Federal Ministry of Finance. And D. Federal Civil Service Commission. The right option is option B. PENCOM is working together with the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation on developing modalities for civil servants gratuity. The right option is option B. Question number 13. What does the head of service say innovation in civil service aligns with? The name of the agenda, is it A. Renewed Hope Agenda, B. National Transformation Agenda, C. Vision 2025 Program, or C or D. Civil Service Modernization Agenda? It has to do with the Renew Hope Agenda. That has always been in our speech. Innovation is part of alignment with President Tinubu's Renewed Hope Agenda. This has always been a reoccurrence in the speech of the head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Correct option is option A. Question number 14. The new permanent secretaries approved by Tinubu in March 2025 represent which zones or states? Take note of this. You might most likely see this question. A. Oyo State and Northwest Zone. B. Lagos and Southeast Zone. C. FCT and Northeast Zone. D. Rivers and Southeast Zone. So they represent which zones or states? The right option is option A. The two permanent secretary appointed were Adeladan Olorunre Oyo and Mukhtar Mohammed Northwest. The right option is option A. Oyo State and Northwest Zone. Question number 15. The process for appointment of permanent secretaries includes asset declaration form completed with which bureau? A. National Archives. B. Code of Conduct Bureau. C. State Anti-Corruption Agency. C. Ministry of Justice. Now look at this very well. Which of these do you think is the right option? Is it A? Is it C? I think the right option should be B, which is Code of Conduct Bureau. Civil servants should know that. The right option is option B. Question number 16. Which reform policy mandates MDA to have consequence management guidelines? A. Use of Secretariat protocol. B. Mentoring framework. C. Incentive and consequence management policy and guidelines. And D. Rewards and recognition policy. The right option is option C. This is one of the 4 new policies that was launched by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Question number 17. What does the acronym FCSSIP25 stands for? Now, this will be a question you might most likely see because most of us don't know the meaning of FCSIP. Is it Federal Civil Service Strategic and Implementation Plan 2025? Is it Federal Civil Service System Improvement Program 2025? Is it Federal Civil Service Skill Innovation and Performance 2025? Or Federal Civil Service Strategic and Institutional Plan 2025? Take note of this question. You will see it in your exams. The right option is option A, and that is what? Implementation. Don't forget, strategy and implementation plan. Question number 18. According to reform, whose oversight is involved in the selection and screening of permanent secretary candidates? A. Only head of service. B. Office of the head of the civil service and a committee of permanent secretary with monitoring by ICPC and DSS. C. Senate only. And D. The judiciary. The right option is option B. The committee of permanent secretary plus ICPC and DSS, who are there as monitors or for oversight. Question number 19. What is one of the outcomes expected from the innovation competition, public service innovation competition, beyond awarding prizes? A. Firing of non-innovative MDAs. B. Scale up of winning innovations. C. Permanent complaint board. D. Privatization of certain departments. The right option is option B. The government plan to scale up the winning innovations. Question number 20. Which state civil service is leading the shift to sovereign digital platform and adopting digital first administration? A. Lagos State. B. Rivers State. C. Kaduna State. D. Oyo State. The right option is option B. Rivers State Civil Service is leading that shift. Question number 21. In the federal government's gratuity plan considered for federal civil servants, which law section is referenced for this introduction under the contributory pension scheme? Is this section A of Public Service Rule, Section 44A of the Pension Reform Act 2014, this Section 33 of the Labour Act, or Section 10 of the Public Service Rule? The right option is option B. It is under Section 44A of the Pension Reform Act 2014. Question number 22. The eligibility for the new permanent secretary vacancies includes having what status regarding discipline? A. Under investigation. B. On probation. C. Not under any disciplinary action. And D. Has a clean medical record. For you to be appointed a new permanent secretary, C must come into play, which is what? The requirement is that person must not be under any disciplinary action. If you are, then you are disqualified. Option number C. If you haven't gotten a 599-page book which contain over 2,000 CBT question and answer from all the books that you will be questioned from, then you are missing out. Just check the description section of this video so as to get the link to get your own copy now. Question number 23. Which new Federal Civil Service Commission leadership appointment was made recently? A. The appointment of Professor Tunji Olokpa as chairman. B. Professor Jubrin Ibrahim as chairman. D. Dr. Dauda Ibrahim Jallo as chairman. And D. Mr. Aminu Nebugo as chairman. So which is the right option? The right option is option A, which is what? The appointment of Professor Tunji Olokpa as the chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission. Question number 24. Which MDAs are responsible for ensuring civil service goes fully paperless by December 2025? A. Just Ministry of Education and Health. B. All ministry departments and agencies. C. Only regulatory agencies. and D, only state-level civil service. The right option is option B. It is a federal directive for all MDAs to transition to paperless operation before the end of December 2025. Question number 25. Which major change is the Federal Civil Service Commission using promotions to enforce, as reaffirmed in recent reforms? A. Promotion tied only to years of service. B. Promotion tied to political affiliations. C. Promotion tied to performance and measurable outcomes. And D. Promotion based on seniority only. The right option is option C. The shift from patronage to merit, performance-managed promotion framework and linking to measured outcome is being introduced. So performance and measured outcome is the yardstick for most promotions now. Question number 26. Who is among those in oversight during the permanent secretary selection oral interview stage? Wow, an expo is given in this. The right option is option C, private sector professional bodies among others. So the right option is option C. You should know that the interview panel includes the chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission, permanent secretaries, former heads of civil service of the Federation, representatives from the private sector and professional body and anti-corruption agencies are there as observers. Option C. Question number 27. What is the name of the strategy under which the FG committed to full digitalization of the Federal Civil Service? No other strategy than EFICIP 2025. Question number A is the right option. Question number 28. What is one of the major negative findings in the diagnostic assessment undertaken by Federal Civil Service Commission at the start of its reform drive? A. Too many foreign trips by civil servants. B. A mismatch of skills and functions hindering productivity. C. Overstaffing by 500%. And D. Lack of physical offices in remote states. The right option is option B. The diagnostic assessment revealed mismatch of skills and function. Question number 29. Which body will supervise the written examination for permanent secretary selection? Still an expo. The right option is option B. Panel of serving and retired permanent secretaries. Option B is the right option. Question number 30. The head of civil service, DD Esther Waxman Jack, labeled 2025 as what in relation to civil service reform? A. Year of service. B. Year of restructuring. C. Year of transformation. D. Year of accomplishment. The right option is option D. She declared 2025 as the year of accomplishment. Question 31. What additional requirement was emphasized for the screening processes of permanent secretaries beyond competence and merit by the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation? A. Must be fluent in 2 foreign languages. B. Must publish a book. D. Not under any disciplinary action. And D. Must have served outside Nigeria. The right option is option C. Candidate must have cleared as not being under any disciplinary action before being forwarded. Question number 32. Who are the 2 person-appointed permanent secretaries in March 2025 by President Tinubu? A. John Nwankwo and Mariam Suleiman. B. Adeladin Olorire and Mukta Mohammed. B. Ibrahim Hassan and Aisha Bello. C. Emeka Okafor and Funke Adegboyega. The right option is option B. That is, Tinubu approved Adeladin Olorire and Muktar Mohammed as permanent secretary. Option B. Question number 33. The four policies launched by the head of service to reposition the civil service include all except, take note, which of the following? A. Incentive and consequence management policy and guideline. B. Monitoring framework. C. Nigerian Civil Service Union reform. D. Reward and recognition policy and guideline. The right option is option C. There was no National Civil Service Union reform which is listed. So the right option is option C. This is not listed among them, so it's an exception. Question number 34. What is the proposed amount considered for a gratuity plan for federal civil service servants under the contributory pension scheme? A. 10 billion naira. B. 20 billion naira. C. 30 billion naira. D. 50 billion naira. The right option is option C. Government is considering a 30 billion naira gratuity plan for civil servants in treasury funded MDAs under the pension contributory pension scheme. C. Question number 35. Which federal ministry reaffirmed support for the civil service reform at the International Civil Service Conference celebrating exemplary staff? A. Ministry of Finance. B. Ministry of Livestock Development. C. Ministry of Agriculture. And D. Ministry of Education. The right option is option B. The Ministry of Livestock Development, through its Minister and Permanent Secretary, reaffirmed their support. Question number 36. One of the outcomes of the Federal Civil Service Strategic Development Retreat was to link promotion to what? A. Seniority only, measurable outcome and accountability. B. C. Political patronage. D. Station of origin. The right option is option B. The reform include tying annual promotions to measurable outcomes and accountability. Question number 37. The Federal Civil Service Commission reaffirmed its commitment to merit-based reform at a retreat. What period is the Federal Civil Service First Strategic Plan covering? A. 2024 to 2028, 2025 to 2029, 2023 to 2027, 2026 to 2030. Take note of this question. You will see it in your examination. Now, the right option is option D. Option D, not B. This is wrongly captured. The right option is option D, which is 2026 to 2030. The strategic plan is for 2025 to 2029. The strategic plan covering 2025 to 2029. I want you to confirm this. Take your time to confirm this. You might most likely see this question in your exam. So take note of this. It will either be 2025 to 2029 or 2026 to 2030. So the two options B and D is out there. I want you to confirm, but the right option should be option D. So those who compiled this should have checked these options. Now let's look at the next question, question 38. My team who compiled this should have checked this option. But let's look at question number 38. Under the innovation competition, which of these digital tool or platform was not mentioned as being sensitized or rolled out? A. Online compendium of circulars. B. Service-wide GPT, that is beta program. C. Civil service news. D. National biometric ID system. Under the innovation competition, which of these digital tool or platform was not mentioned as being sensitized or rolled out? The right option is option D. The first three were National Biometric ID System was not, the first three was listed, but National Biometric ID System was not among those mentioned. So we have online compendium of circular, which is right, service-wide GPT, which is right, civil service news, which is right, but D is not included. So the right option is option D. What is the cash prize awarded to the first prize winner of the fifth edition of the Public Service Innovation Competition? A. 1 million naira, B. 3 million naira, C. 5 million naira, and D. 10 million naira. The right option is option C. The winner, which is Team Carpooling, got 5 million naira. Question number 40. What is the name of the reform plan under which various policies, rewards and recognition, incentive and consequence management, mentoring framework were launched by the head of the civil service? A. Civil Service Transformation Plan 2030. B. FISIP 2025, C. Renewed Hope Agenda Plan, and D. Public Service Innovation Plan 2024. The right option is option B. This policy align with FISIP, which is Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025. Option B. Question number 41. Which ministry was noted as the 11th to adopt a digital document system in the move toward paperless operation? C. A. Health Ministry, B. Education Ministry, C. Defense Ministry, or D. Finance Ministry. The right option is A. The Federal Ministry of Health was launched with e-digital document system, making it the 11th ministry to go paperless. A. Question number 42. By what date did the federal government intend for the civil service to become fully digital or paperless? A. December 2027, B. December 2025, C. June 2026, and D. January 2025. Now, D is gone by elimination. June 2026 is close. December 2027 is very far, is eliminated. So the answer is between B and C. So the right option is option B. Federal government announced that the entire federal civil service to go transition to fully paperless operation by December 2025. And the right option is option B. Question number 43. What is the aim of the comprehensive personnel audit and skill gap analysis directed by President Tinubu? A. To reduce civil servants' civil salary level. B. To ensure correct people are in correct roles and deepen capacity. C. To privatize certain ministry. And D. To increase staff numbers rapidly. The right option is option B. The audit aimed to place competent people in appropriate roles and assess skill gap to strengthen civil service capacity. Option B. The Federal Civil Service Strategic Plan unveiled for 2026 to 2030. 2026 to 2030 includes which of the following changes for promotion exams? A. Oral only exams. B. Computer-based test exams. C. Interview only. And D. No change. Now, the best option is option B, which is what? CBT. Now I want you to take note of this. This is 2026 to 2030. 2026 to 2030. That should be the right option. So let's look at question number 45. What additional assessment follows the written examination in the 2025 process for permanent secretary selection? A. Physical fitness test. B. Oral interview only. C. ICT proficiency assessment. And D. Group discussions only. The right option is option C. After written exam, ICT proficiency assessment is scheduled before the oral interview. Question number 46. Which agencies are involved in verifying candidates for permanent secretary appointment for anti-corruption and security clearance? A. Is it ICPC, DSS, and EFCC? Or B. EFCC, Police and SSS? C. DSS, SSS, and ICPC. D. ICPC, NIS, and EFCC. The right option is option A, and option A is ICPC, DSS, and EFCC. Question number 47. For appointment as permanent secretary under the office of the head of the Civil Service of the Federation process, eligible officers must be on what grade level and have served for how many years in that grade? This is more of PSR. Is it grade level 15 and 1 year? B grade level 17 and 2 years? C grade level 16 and 3 years? D grade level 18 and 2 years? Grade level 18 is gone because it's not a grade level. So the answer is between option A, B, and C. For you to become a permanent secretary, you must be a director and you must have served for 2 years. So option 7B is the right option. Applicant has to be grade level 17 and has spent at least 2 years in that grade. Question number 48. Which zones have new rotational zonal vacancy for permanent secretary created as per the Office of the Head of Civil Service 2025 appointment process? A. Northwest, Southwest, Southeast. B. North Central, Northeast, Southeast. C. Southwest, Northeast, South South. D. North Central, South South, and West Central. The right option is option B. The new vacancies covered North Central, Northeast, and South South zones. Question number 49. The Office of the Head of the Civil Service of Federation has recently commenced the processing for appointing how many new permanent secretaries? A. 3, B. 5, C. 7, and D. 10. The right option is option B. The Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation started the appointment process for 5 new permanent secretaries recently. Question number 50, which is the last but not the least. The labeling of Nigeria as a BRICS partner country makes it which number partner? A. 7th, B. 8th, C. 9th, and D. 10. We know what BRICS is. That is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa Partnership for Economic Development. The right option, Nigeria just joined as what number partner? The ninth number partner is the answer. The correct option is option C. So these are 50 questions you might most likely see in your general question. Look over this question, including the first and the second series, and you might most likely see any of these general questions in your exams. For now, I want to say Thank you so much for watching. Try as much as you can to get the 599 page book, which will help you prepare very well for your exams. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, do that so that you can get notified when our next videos will be uploaded. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.